Monday, guys. We are back. We are back, guys. Make sure you hit that like button. Please make sure you hit that subscribe button. Please make sure you hit that notification bell on the right hand side. Remember, we do go live each and every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 6 o'clock Eastern time. Like always, thank you for tuning in to Chaos Culture Radio. Hakeem, Jordan, how was you guys weekend? How was you guys weekend? How was you guys weekend?
The weekend was fantastic.
Yeah, the weekend went very, very well. Wife, kids, I can't complain. Nice sunny day here in Southern California, so everything good over here.
Jordan, no rubber there, no rubber there. And real high key played his wife, his wife, kid. Good over. I said no rubber there, no rubber there for the people that ain't got no wife and kid. Yeah, but well, my weekend was very relaxing. I try to get as much rest as I can because I've been working like a madman. Even like he would tell me that Jordan,
Oh
he's like,
yeah,
bro, you were working like a mod. He's like, you working crazy. I'm like,
yep.
bro, you don't understand. I did. I told you guys when I go on vacation, I go on vacation hard. I'll be out here. Okay, crazy. But anyhow, Jordan, I know we want to talk about the sports world, but I'm very disappointed. But go ahead, Jordan. Let's pop it off with the sports world. What's going on in the sports world?
What's going on, people? We're going to jump into the NBA Finals game two. So it's the Boston Celtics, they are up 2-0. The score was 105 to 98. Um, um, True Holiday, he was the one who had the most points. He had 26 points, 11 rebounds. Shot very well, 11 for 14 from the field, 2 for 4 from the three. Jalen Brown, he came up pretty big, 21 points, 7 assists, 4 rebounds. And Jason Tatum, he came up with 18 points, 12 assists, and 9 rebounds. From the Dallas Mavericks, Luka Doncic, he came to play, averaging triple double, 32, 11, 11. Kyrie Irving still haven't showed up yet. He was 7 for 18, 16 points, 6 assists, 2 rebounds. Um, Dallas started Friday pretty well. They all scored double digits. PJ Washington, Gafford, Jones Jr. Everybody scored double digits, but as you can see, there was a score from Dallas and everything. Their bench really did show up. Lively, who's been a good rookie. I think he's like 7 foot, put in 2 points. I think he has to show up. He has to show up to play and everything. But as you can see, Boston's up 2-0. Is it over for Dallas? I don't think so. I still think they can win this series. But what you think, Ronnie, man? What you think with this series, NBA Finals series?
Normally, historically speaking, they say whoever win game three pretty much win the NBA, pretty much win the NBA finals or win any playoff game, whoever wins game three. However, when it comes to Dallas, like I stated before when it was on game one, they not getting the offensive rebound. They're allowing Boston to come in there and get the offensive rebound. Especially if you let Drew Holiday get all these rebounds and you don't counterattack that, it's gonna put you in a bad deficit. And that's what's going on with Dallas. They don't have an answer when it comes to the 3 point shot with Drew Holiday. See, Jason Tatum, they able to shut him down. I told people every time it comes to the NBA final, Jason Tatum is not gonna play well. It's mostly Jalen Brown. Jalen Brown's going over there, and he's pretty much playing like a all-star player. As Jason Tatum normally pretty much bounce back, not bounce back, but pull back and put himself in a terrible hole. And I think that was gonna happen. That's gonna be Boston's ultimate demise is Jason Tatum because he's not playing his good game. Don't get me wrong, he's gonna get his rebound, but when it comes to the average of the points, no, he for some reason I don't know, he just immediately shut down. But Jalen Brown is there to pick up the slack, but at some point he's gonna get tired. Like you said, Kyrie Irving have not yet stepped up, and I think game three is where when they back in Dallas is where he's gonna step up and get the points and do what he got to do to keep everybody pretty much entertained. Not only that, but shout out to Gore that's also in the building. Go ahead, Akeem. Your team's on a winning streak. Go ahead.
Man, I predicted this. I said there's gonna be 4 straight. You did put some points in, but I think all the other players are overcompensating for certain players who are lacking. And I do think that Boston wanted so much. This is a young team. They're hungry. And they're really out there winning two straight. If we win the third one, I'm telling you, it's gonna be a problem, bro.
I agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
it's going to be a problem. Now, I am scared, though. I'm not going to lie to you. Because Kyrie has this mojo, this ritual thing he go to out of nowhere. He'll start doing triple doubles and start flipping. So I hope he stay Uncle Drew with a bad back and relax his ass, okay?
Yeah, for me,
That was a good one.
even though the Boston's up 2-0, series not over. I still believe in the Dallas Mavericks. I still believe in Kyrie Irving. He's going out. Like I said, I don't know if this people say this is a Celtics curse because he's 0-12 against Boston ever since he played with Brooklyn and everything. So people saying he has like a Celtics curse ever since he left Brooklyn and everything. That's why he hasn't been winning any games or having the worst scoring sessions against Boston Celtics in any ways. But eventually, Kyrie Irving, he's been here before. And I know he had 2 bad games, but I really believe he's going to show up and show out. And once he show up and show out, the rest of the Dallas Mavericks are going to show up and show out. That's personally for me. So for me, series not where we get until Kyrie Irving's getting to go back home to Dallas and be Uncle Drew like we always know him to be. And that's my take on that.
Mm-hmm.
Now, according to the injury report is showing that Luka is playing kind of hurt. I think his knees bothering him a little bit, but he's still, even though his knees bothering him, he's still averaging about 32, 33 points a game, which is really good, which is really, really good, even though his knee is not up to par. But I think Kyrie Irving, I'm with Gore. I think Kyrie Irving is pretty much going to start cooking in Game 3, and I think that's what everybody's waiting for, which is pretty much what, tomorrow night? Is it tomorrow night or Wednesday night? I think it's Wednesday night.
Wednesday night.
I think it's Wednesday night. So we'll wait till Game 3. Now, Game 3, they underperform. That's it. Boston gonna sweep. I'm just sorry, sweep. But that being said, Jordan, the financial world. What's happening over there in the financial world? Let's talk about money.
Okay, let's talk about the financial world. Let's go really with the housing market. You know how the inflation is and everything. The economy's all messed up and everything, and a lot of us put us on the panel thinking like, especially living in a big city, is it safe to buy a house, around these times and everything. So I looked up Charles Payne. Charles Payne, he's one of the money managers on Fox News and everything. And, he was really letting know, not just our generation or the young generation, how the economy is bad, inflation is bad, it's still okay to have the American dream and get a house in the future and everything, because not just for us, but like a lot of people, they see how big cities, how, houses in LA, in Miami, one of these big cities are going up to hit $100 million. And I did a little research. There's about 550 cities in the United States that are valued, their houses are valued to up to $1 million, which is really sad because a lot of people think a lot less, maybe 100 cities, really the big major cities, but there's a lot of cities, really like here in California, you go to Arizona, Nevada, Texas, Florida, New York, there's a bunch of cities in the United States that are, that their houses are valued up to $1 million in a city and everything. But other than that, it kind of scares you. But Charles Payne kind of really break down. It's like, hey, we do have a clip of Charles Payne that's telling you about, it is okay to, to look for houses in the future and everything. Once the inflation and everything, how economy is and everything. But he was really breaking down. It's like, when it comes to houses and everything, saving up money, building your finances, and getting a loan and everything, like in the future, it will be safe to, buy a house in the future. So go ahead, Hakeem, play the clip, and after that, we're gonna chop it up.
Hear it all the time. The top issues for voters this election: immigration. No, it's crime. No, it's abortion. But what is the biggest concern for younger Americans?
Okay, so I'm just checking. We're all unable to buy a house right now, right? Like, I'm not the only one who runs the numbers every single day and looks at the budget and is just like, there is no way on earth that this is potentially feasible for me.
We were sold this unachievable dream that if you work hard, that you get what you want. It seems like no matter how many hours you put in, you're getting nowhere.
We bought our house in 2018, and if we were to buy it today in 2024, we wouldn't be able to afford it. So our monthly payment in 2018 was $2,894. Today, that would be $6,776.
Wow, if you didn't get a fixed rate. Now, with soaring interest rates, low inventory, how do you buy your first home in this impossible market? That is the American dream, or should we change it? Joining us now to offer solutions and analyze the problem, the best in the business, the host of Making Money on Fox, Mrs. Charles Payne. Charles, you've heard this before, right?
Sure, of course.
You got emerging teens, too. What do you say to these people that are concerned?
The last guy was humble bragging a little bit, though, right? His house
Look
doubled
what
in
I
value.
did.
Yeah, I like what he did there. The young lady was interesting because she's like, I'm working hard. Yeah, I'm looking at her age. She's in her 20s, right? It's unrealistic. It's always been unrealistic to be able to buy a house at this age. So I think first and foremost, do not give up on it as an American dream. They really have done some terrible things with respect to flooding the economy with so much money, sparking 40-year high inflation that does not go away. Also, because the Federal Reserve has gotten involved, you've got this whole thing that's so skewed. People with locked-in rates are reluctant to sell. You're not going to sell a house, even if you made big money on it, with a 2% mortgage and trade it in for a 7% mortgage, right? So you don't have a lot of sellers. There's no incentive for builders. A couple things: the taxes, the bureaucracy. It's just really, really crazy. It's really, really tough. Let me give you a stat. This stat is going to blow your mind because we have the most unaffordable housing market in the history of America and in the world. If you wanted to make our housing market affordable, you could do one of three things. Housing prices would have to come down 41%. Incomes on average would have to go up 69%, or mortgage rates on average would have to come down 4.3%. Instead of over 7%, like about 3.5%.
Which it was not too long ago.
Not too long ago. So the last one is the only one that can happen, and the only way that interest rates are going to come down that low is the economy's got to go into a deep recession. So my advice to people is there's a couple things. We're in this new age, work from home. So the beautiful thing is you don't have to necessarily be in an overpriced city to get these great jobs and be able to work. Consider working further away.
From the city.
From the city, getting more land, getting a bigger house for a smaller payment. Consider that. Also, everyone just has to buckle down. Right now, you really have to make sacrifices. You know, I spoke to a bunch of police recruits a couple of weeks ago, and I said, you got to give some of these things up. You know, you can't have an OnlyFans account, an Uber account, a Grubhub account. You can't go out for avocado toast every morning. You just simply can't have it all. And nobody ever could have it all, right? I mean, I saved up for a long time to buy my house.
So get yourself on a budget. In the little things matter. It gets to be a mindset.
Save that cash so that when the circumstances change, when the tables change, and we do come into a recession and housing prices plummet, and mortgage rates plummet, you'll be in control.
And it could happen soon. 1981, the average person who got their first house, 29. In 2013, it was 31. In 2023, it was 35. So that's what's frustrating some people.
Sure.
I want to bring up something new and forward-looking. Could the stock market be going to Texas? It looks like they're going to be launching a Texas stock market with the help of BlackRock and Citadel in 2026. How real is this?
It's very, very real. You know what was ironic?
You can stop
The
asking.
same week, the same couple days that this news came out, New York dropped its congestion pricing.
Go ahead,
So
Joey.
so you know, Charles and Payne really broke it down like the three keys. If we can afford a house, either the house and the interest rate will go down like it usually has, which is not going to go down, or a lot of people will have to make more money, which how it is right now and everything, which is not the case and everything. But I like what he said about people that live in big city, get out of major cities and everything, something like an hour away, something like that, because me, like I said, born and raised in Panic and everything, living probably 45 minutes from Detroit and everything, there is a big difference when you live in a city. Everybody's living there, and the housing value, land is a little bit more than cities that are far away from big cities and everything, which you can afford and everything. So how can you kind of talk about that? Getting your own land,
Yep.
like farm and everything. This is up to your element. So what's your take on it?
I appreciate this, brother. So I'm actively looking to purchase land, and and that's gonna tend to bring me outside of the city. Me, you, and Ronnie, we have these conversations in the back. Miami is sold up. Fort Lauderdale is sold up. West Palm is sold up. You cannot afford the cities no more. What he's saying is true. We now have to think of buying outside of the city. Now, a lot of people don't know this, but if you're willing to buy outside of the city, the FDA has a homestead loan act that you in. If it's considered like outside of the realm, I'm not saying it for them, you can get financing for that for pennies to the dollar. So I know for myself, the opportunities that our parents had to buy houses cheap back in the days is not for us. We're gonna have to now start buying outside of the city, maybe renting those out, and when the prices get down in the city, move back in. This is the only way to survive. And what he say is right. Thanks to technology, a lot of y'all don't need to go into a punch and clock job. You can work from home, but that's going to require you to get a particular skill to work from home. So this is a good conversation, and these are for all my brothers and sisters who are working at McDonald's, Burger King, and all this. There's these fields. We've done tons of shows here. Nobody else in the space have done this. Ronnie has brought Thanos on here to talk about cybersecurity. We brought a lot of people on here for different jobs where you can work from home and to bring this up into in fruition.
But shout out to Hassan, shout out to Ashton Williams. You already know Big Shiesty, creator of the Shiesty Avenger, Big Blurs in the building. Shout out to Sophia, she's also in the
I love
building,
you,
and also
Sophia.
the love. He said,
I love you,
I was
Sophia.
gonna, and also shout out to the Father Ken Dog who's also in the building. Shout out to Gore. Gore, we ain't seen you in a very long time, man. It's great to see you, my brother. I hope all is well between you and your family. And like I say, Hassan is here, but he changed his name. Before usually it is what it is TV, but now it's Hassan. What is it Tomorrow Show? If I'm saying that right? Hopefully I'm saying your name. I don't know if I'm saying your show right, Hassan. Forgive me for butchering your name. Now, when it comes to the housing market, here's the thing. Like I like that clip of that young lady explaining how the American dream is to work hard, and when you work hard, you're supposed to be rewarded. Rewarded is in the aspect of buying a home, buying a car, the dream car you want, able to go on excursion, able to travel, able to live the American dream. Now, due to the fact of the inflation, how pretty much we pumped a lot of dollar during the in the pandemic time, it kind of hurt the economy a lot to the point that now average American can't really buy a home. Now the only way you could really buy a home nowadays is either you and your people coming together, or you and
Yeah.
your wife come together and go ahead and buy a home. That's why I keep telling people marriage is not only just about love, but it's also about business as well. If you and your wife can put your money together, then you go ahead and buy yourself a nice home. Now, I like the idea of moving out of the city because then you're able to buy more land. And I mean, you're able to grow your own personal garden because in the city, it's kind of hard because they got a lot of building going on. Ken Dog even said it in Miami right now because we live in Miami. Jordan used to live in Miami, so you know how it is. They're doing a lot of new development where they're getting rid of a lot of these houses and they building a complex, apartment complex. And I think that was also hurting the pretty much the housing market because now people that's trying to live in Miami ain't really living in Miami. They're living in pretty much in these complex buildings, pretty much. So I don't know why Miami trying to do that because I understand Miami's always been known for traveling, and people for to come in for retirement. So I think that's the idea. They've been trying to hold that standard, but it's really hurting. It's really hurting on the housing market. Really, really, really hurting the housing market. So if you someone that is trying to buy a home, like myself, Jordan, you also trying to buy a home. Like King trying to buy a home and also
Yep.
land. We got to look outside. We really do got to look outside the city because the
Hey.
city is too expensive. I think one time I saw like 3 bedroom, 2 bath for like going on $1 million, and I'm
Yeah.
just talking about Miami only.
Yo, I
You
also
know,
want to
Miami only. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I also want to comment this. You remember you sent a clip in the back where they had kicked out. Was it you that sent me this? I think it was you that sent me the clip where a whole trailer park in Miami had got getting evicted right now. They have been there 10 years. They're building high rises, and these people don't
Yes.
have nowhere to go.
Yes. That is a fact. Yes.
So
That's happening right now. And also, they was complaining on the news because they were like, we lived here for 5 to 6 years, and now we getting kicked out. What we supposed to do now? And mind you, Jordan, a lot of these people are retired.
yes,
Older Spanish people
yep,
retired.
yep.
The owner of the building selling it to other. That's a whole nother story to corporation, and they don't want us buying out these buildings. That's a whole nother story. There, a lot of corporations are buying a lot of these complex buildings,
Hmm.
apartment buildings. So that's something someone you need to look up for. Not that, but shout out to the lovely the mom, mother, the Thompson Vincent is also in the building. Go ahead, Jordan.
Yeah, let's keep it straight and simple. A lot of these major cities are getting very expensive. Miami, Los Angeles, Houston, Dallas. A lot of these big cities are getting very, very expensive and everything. Which should affect which should affect the housing market, which I named earlier. That's about 550 cities that's little like really that's close to the downtown areas that has houses that's marking up to $1 million and everything. So it is very important because where I live at right now is top cities expensive living here is San Diego, LA, San Francisco, and kind of the Silicon Valley area, which is Northern California. But there are areas in any state that you live in. Like I know there's a city called Fontana, it's like an hour away from Los Angeles. It's right, and it's close to the desert too, like with Palm Springs, Palm Desert, or Coachella, and everything. There might be a thing that me and my wife, looking at houses out there because they're building brand new houses that they're not $1 million. They have a 4 bedroom for like for as close as $600,000. Very nice houses and everything. Very nice. It is only it's not far from LA, not far from the desert, not far from the airport, and something like that. It's like and also a better quality of life for us as with my wife and my family because literally it's a better quality of life when you move out of the city. It's not a lot of people. That means it's not a lot of danger or anything of that as well. So also this goes by the quality of life. People just look at the quality of life. Type in quality of life of cities. You can tell by cities that are going up or cities that are going down, which majority is affecting the economy and everything. Spending on rent. Spending on food, paying your bills, paying the car note if you got a car. I would advise people buy a used car and don't have to worry about a car note, or you can die or pay it off. You can pay it as off, so you got to worry about a car note because car note can be very expensive. Also with insurance and everything. So yeah, just people out. Like I said, for me living in California, I feel like me and my wife, we could definitely get a house in the next 3 to 5 years. That's what we're looking at in a way. If it's not in LA, we'll move out in the suburbs, look for something which is cool and everything. But I agree with Charles Payne. Just stuff like this with the house market crashes, and then interest rates gonna go down, and then we're gonna see more houses be available and everything. So yeah, people. Just like I said, this is tell you people out guys out there. We live in the United States. No matter where you live at and everything, you don't have to live in the same city. If you got to live, in the suburbs, that's like 30, 40, even hour away from the major city, go ahead and do that. And I feel like if you do that, it'll be a barely quality of life and everything. You don't have to pay so much on gas. You don't have to pay so much on, if you got a mortgage on your house and everything. It'll be a little bit cheaper, which you can live a nice, peaceful the rest of your days of life.
And not only that, but the problem is with us, especially Americans, we try to impress people so much, and not only that, we're in a rush. To be like, I gotta get a house, 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 I gotta get a house. There is no rush. Dave Ramsey said all the time. That's what I love about his show. He always say like, look, listen, there's no rush. You can be 50 years old, still get a house. You can be 60 years old, still get a house. You can even be 70 years old, still get a house. Like there is no rush to try to impress people because we gotta prove that. Look, at my 30s, Hakeem, I was able to get a house. Look, at
Yep.
my 40s, I was able to get a like. We try to do things for people, and that will put us up in the hole. Try not to do that. And not only that, but shout out to Kel 504 and shout out to White High who also in the building. Really do greatly appreciate it. And that being said, guys, now to the neat and greedy. Guys, make sure as you walk in, please make sure you hit that like button. Please make sure you hit that subscribe button. Please make sure you hit that notification bell on the right hand side. Like remember, we do go live each and every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 6 o'clock Eastern time. Not only that, but shout out to you guys that's watching us on Facebook, Instagram, Kick, and also Twitch. Don't be afraid to comment. comment, join in the conversation with us as we get ready to deep dive into some of these topics that Jordan got us whipping it up for us. So Jordan, go ahead, do your thing, my brother.
All right, let's go. Let's start it off. Let's start it fresh on this wonderful Monday evening. So, and you guys don't know, Will Smith and Martin Lawrence encounter with Bad Boys, the fourth film, Ride or Die. I haven't seen it yet. See if I can see it this week and everything. And as you know, every time Will Smith movie come out, you know, it's always a blockbuster. So, the movie came out. The movie came out this weekend, and they hit their budget, but like I said, they hit their budget on how much they made how much they put into the movie. They already made their budget, so they're definitely gonna make more action and everything. And shout out to Will Smith. You know, he coming from a comeback from that famous Oscar scare that happened 3 years ago. Stephen A. Smith has something to say about Will Smith that he should apologize to the black community because he feels like, you know, him watching Will Smith in movies, you know, it just so seen his thing after he slept Chris Rock, and this clip did went viral. So we are gonna play the clip of Stephen A. Talking about Will Smith saying he should apologize, and he still don't feel right watching Will Smith movies. After Hakeem played the clip, we're gonna chop it up.
The word forgivable or forgiveness, that's for Chris Rock to deal with. This is his call. He could have had the man arrested that night and insisted to the LAPD that not be the case. Could have pressed charges thereafter and insisted on not doing that to Will Smith, not making the incident any bigger than what it was. Yes, he came out with his own flick for next fix, got about $20 million for it. After tax, he probably walked home with about $6 million. But Chris Rock is damaged. In the day and age of mental illness or traumatic incidences that affects one's mind and psyche and what have you, yeah, you might see him at Knicks games. Yeah, you might see him still going about the business of performing on tour or doing his job or handling his business. Chris Rock will never get over that. Ever. Will Smith apologized. I'm not saying he even has to apologize. I'm saying that while I watch him and Martin Lawrence promoting this movie, and I'm quite sure the reason he hasn't addressed it is because the studios don't want him to, and there's an obligation that you have with them, all fair, I get it. But somewhere along the way, he has to sit down and talk to the black community. You can see all the white people around Will Smith all you want to. Black folks have loved and revered this man for decades. He was the closest thing to perfection, as his friend Charlie Mack once told me, for decades. Everybody makes a mistake. This is not hatred. I love Will Smith still. But you got to have a conversation as to why you did that. And when you're apologizing, and when you're getting emotional, and when you're thinking about all the lives or the people that you've affected, it's primarily us as black people who have loved and supported you and watched you go on an international stage and slap one of us in the face and tarnished an historic event for one of the great black producers of modern times in Will Packer, possibly costing yourself and Antoine Fuqua an Oscar for emancipation along the way. I'm not going to say what you did to the comedic community. Hell, Jim Carrey spoke about that along with various others. We know you wouldn't have smacked Ricky Gervais, Bill Maher, Bill Burr, or a host of others. We know you wouldn't have done that. No apology necessary. I'm just saying, a lot of folks ain't get over that. A lot of folks find it hard to just go to the movies to watch you. I'm one of those people. And I never missed a Will Smith movie. Hitch, Concussion, All the Bad Boys movie from the first one to y'all with Gabrielle Union, who, by the way, should have been in 3 and 4, by the way. Along with a host of other things. I Am Legend, Independence Day, Men in Black, 1, 2, and 3. Will Smith, you're phenomenal. Phenomenal talent, phenomenal actor, phenomenal individual. You lost your way one night. We need to hear that from you. I'm sorry. That's what I need to do before I look forward to seeing your movies again, more than seeing a sit down. When we use the word forgivable,
I have my take. I want to hold my take. But like I said, I remember 3 years ago, it was a famous Oscar slap. Oscar slap. You know, me, you guys. I remember that was one of my favorite videos we ever did was the Oscar slap because
Yep.
it was for me because it was instant and it shocked the world. And I remember, you know, me, Hakeem talked for like an hour, and Rodney came and talked about everything. And to me, that was me. One of my favorite videos I ever did with y'all was the Oscar stuff because that has substance, a lot of substance. That was the first time having substance like that, and I was proud to be doing that video with you guys and everything. But it's been 3 years later, and I'm passing you, Rodney. Ever since that Oscar slap, do you look at Will Smith the same while going through movies?
Yes, because I'm still going to go see the new Bad Boys movie. It doesn't stop my opinion what I think about him as an actor. It's a difference between someone's performing and actually difference between someone's real life personality. Now, real life personality, everybody know Will Smith is known for being a very emotional guy, a guy that can't really stand on business. Now, at the same time, when you become when he's in his role as an actor, he's a whole different monster. That's why he deserved that award. That's why he deserved that Oscar. Now, if you ask me, I think Stephen A. Smith is doing too much. He doesn't owe nobody an apology. Hell, he don't owe me an apology. He didn't slap me. He slapped Chris Rock. Now he owed Chris Rock an apology, which he already did. So he already did it, and now he's moving forward. He made it clear. Hey, don't talk about my wife moving forward. And Chris Rock got the point, and I think he will never talk about his wife ever again. That was the point for everybody to get it. Hey, if you one of my homeboys, if you one of my posses, don't disrespect my wife, because I'm gonna just slap you. Will Smith is a very fit guy, and you see that even in the Bad Boys movie, he aged, but his shape didn't age at all. Like he's really in great shape. So it is what it is, and I think people gotta understand. People just gotta understand the fact that we gotta stop owing people stuff. Like who it don't have nothing to do with you. Don't make it a black community thing and a black issue. It's really not. It's between them two men that got into that slap situation. That was my whole deal about the slap because everybody was like, "Oh, he's slapping the black community. He's slapping me." Will Smith is not slapping you. Hell, he don't even know you. He was slapping Chris Rock, and he really felt, "Hey, me and Chris Rock had a long-term relationship, and for him to go outside the pocket, I feel like I had to stand on something." Go ahead, Akeem. Did we lose Hakeem?
No, I'm right here. Thank
Go
you,
ahead.
brother. I'm not gonna lie to you. Since that day, I haven't watched no Will Smith videos. When he slapped Chris Rock, I felt like he slapped me in my mouth. Um, you said something correct. He is a goofy. So when I seen the goofy slap a civilian, it triggered me. I was like, whoa, hold on a minute. You're not thugged out. And Jim Carrey was the only one who stand on business and say, we'll need to be arrested and we'll need to be prosecuted. We know in black people don't care about black people. And there was a comment I seen on Instagram where they say, oh, he should have kept his name out of his mouth. Bad Boy 4 is a great movie. That's the problem with us as people. We think it's okay to beat up on our brother. I can't beat up on my brother. I can't touch on my brother. 3 years later, I still think about him slapping him in his mouth. Bah! Bah! I know he ain't about that life. Will Smith is butter crunch, milk toast. His girl had him. His girl, you not man enough. His girl had to go get him a little boy.
I'm telling you, yeah, goofy.
Goofy. So I am gonna go see the movie now because everybody say it's Raven, but I haven't. Let me not be a
Wait, so you
hypocrite.
contradicting yourself.
Yeah,
You said you're not going to see a movie, and then you're going to go see the
listen.
movie. Huh?
You know, because everybody was like, "Hey, you need to go see this," but I haven't
Yeah, no,
seen
everybody
Raven.
say the movie is really good. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
Everybody been
I
telling
heard
me,
reviews. I heard
a
reviews.
lot of people, it's a really, that was, I got to see it. And Michael Bay does great movies. So shout out
Yeah.
to Michael Bay, man. That's just who he is. But go ahead, King. Shit.
Yeah. So I was hurt. He said, Prince, you felt like he slapped you. Man, I felt like he slapped the taste out my mouth.
Hey,
Ashton,
you guys get a chance. I put the original video on or what we did it over 2 years ago. So if you guys want to click on it, go ahead. This was that video was what our original tape when it happened that night.
man, I was scared after that when he like, "Pa, pa, keep your name out my mouth." I was like, "Whoa." I was, you know what I mean? So when I hear that, because I've never put my hands on any of my brothers. Never in my life I've ever did that, and I've had arguments and stuff like that. You know what I mean? I've always put my hands on ops, not my brothers. So when I seen that, it made me was like, is this really life? Where people like where you can slap your homeboy? No.
I feel you. Oh, I gotta do this. Shout out to my wife. She's in the chat. Shout out to my lovely
Now, I was
wife.
going to say, Mrs. Chaos in the chat. Shout out to Liberator Soul, who's also in the building. And go right ahead, Jordan.
All
That's all I
right.
see for now.
So, like I said, I'm gonna break it down from Stephen A. Will Smith. I'm gonna start with Will Smith first. It's like I can separate Will Smith the actor and Will Smith the man. Will Smith the man, I cannot look up to. I don't think none of us can really look up to because we just hear so much stuff going off when it's marriage from years and years and years that it all kind of build up until that one night, the famous Oscar slap when he went up there and slapped Chris Rock and said, "Keep my wife's name out your effing mouth." And we all was like puzzled and everything, and he got his Oscar after that and everything, but it just ruined the whole night and everything. And that was one of the biggest buzz of the century, if you guys want to say, because Will Smith at the height, he is an all-time great actor. When it comes to blockbuster movies, he never missed. Just like with Bad Boys Right to Die, he ain't missing. So I can separate him as a film. For certain characters like the Mike Larry, I just don't see. We all, like I said before the with the Jada's Will Smith and everything. We all look at Mike Larry. Mike Larry, one of his famous characters in movies. He's like, yeah, we want to be like a guy with a play like that. We look up to Mike Larry. Looking at him now, I know I just know that it's Will Smith playing a character. It's Mike Larry. We don't look up to him like that and everything. But like I said, I heard the movie was really good. I really want to see. So I can separate Will Smith the man and Will Smith the actor. Will Smith the actor is one of the greatest actors we ever seen. Because of box office, he's just box office just like that. Will Smith the man, if you read his book, I'm not really a fan. But I guess it is what it is with Will Smith. But yeah, man. But shout out to Will Smith. He come, like I said, hopefully he'll build his acting. Well, he already will build his acting career again because he can't miss and everything. And then hopefully once his suspension from the Oscar, I think he 5 to 7 years, something like that. If I remember.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully he'll come back and hopefully win another Oscar. Now I'm gonna go down to Stephen A. Smith. I've been listening to Stephen A. Smith for a long time. I used to listen to Stephen A. Smith. He used to do New York radio and everything. But with Stephen A. Smith, man, to me, you're trying too hard to get viral, yo. You're trying. We all know this. Stephen A., if you want to go viral, stick with your sports. Stick with basketball. Stick with football. Your best chance to go viral with this. When you talk about Donald Trump and everything, it's like, we look at you weird. You talk about Donald Trump, he can relate to black people. So he's not black. He's trying to go
He's
viral
just
with that.
expanding,
That ain't
Jordan.
work. He's trying to go
He
viral
just
with Will Smith. That's
he's
not
just
working.
expanding.
Yeah, it's just like, yo, to me, Stephen A., if you want to go viral, stick with your sports. Stick with sick of something that we don't know everything about certain players and everything. That's just me because what he's trying to do. I mean, I know he's looking up to Shannon Sharp and everything, but but Shannon Sharp is a different beast when it comes to the podcast and everything. And with Stephen A., it's like, we just like it's like when you talk about we going to a different world out of sports, it just don't feel right. It don't. It really don't. And I like Stephen A. Smith. He's my dude. But like I said, I just feel like he's really trying too hard to get viral and everything. Which we all know. Like I said, we all trying to get viral some way, somehow. But to me, you don't have to try so hard to get viral. Try to pick something, and then it's like you're making a scene of it in a way. And it's like yo, it just sounds so dull and boring and everything. It's like, and it's not relatable either. I don't know. I can't relate sometimes. Like, no. When it comes to sports, that's what you do, Stephen A. But when it comes to this other stuff, it's like some stuff I can say, yeah, but sometimes it's not relatable and everything. It's not funny. It's not entertaining in any way. So I just feel like for order for Stephen A. Smith to go viral, to build up his podcast, you stick with sports because that's what we know you love. Sorry to say that, buddy. That's you, my God. But you want to go viral, stick to sports. When it comes to other things, you trying to go viral with this Mill stuff, like I said, a lot of black people, we're not thinking about that. A lot of black people just want to go see Bad Boy Straight to see Will Smith. They don't know about Oscar Slap, but they're not thinking about that. They want to see Mike Larry shooting some people, being the bad boy that he is at the movies. That's what a lot of people think. That's why I'm letting them know. And it worked. He made another box office and everything. So we as black people, we're thinking like, hopefully, Will Smith, he continued to build his career, even though with the Oscar slap. We like I said, we can't forgive, but as black people, we're gonna forgive. Like I said, with time passing, you're gonna forget about it and everything, unless you win another Oscar. But Stephen A., man, just stick with sports, man, because what you're doing, you're trying to go viral with some other stuff, is not working. That's all I'm saying.
No, but he's doing that because he's trying to expand. Remember, he's trying to be like Shannon Sharp. Shannon Sharp, remember, you saw it like he was doing sports and now he's doing podcasting. That's why he's doing it. And I get it because sometimes you gotta branch out. You just can't. Some people now they don't want to stick to one thing. They trying to, like you say, they're trying to pretty much get that viral moment.
I ain't telling y'all to dribble. I just told stick to sports because
Yeah.
I mean, I know what he's doing and everything, but it just looked weird when he's trying to cuss and everything, and talk about relationships and everything. Like, nigga, you single.
He trying to relate to the in crowd. He trying to be hip, and they cool with it. No, but Will Smith is going. Like I say, he don't owe anybody an apology. Hakeem said he need to apologize to him, but Will Smith don't even know you, my dude. So he was like, who the hell is Prince Hakeem? Who the hell these people asking me to apologize? No, what Will Smith gonna start doing? He's gonna come out with more movies. Of course, a lot of production was on hold because of the slap. Now they're starting to release it. So I think this movie right here is gonna put Will Smith back on top again. I think allegedly, they're doing I Am Legend 2.
Yeah.
From my knowledge. So I don't know. That might come out the box office or it might come out on Netflix. I don't know yet. But
it's gonna be big, Ron, because Michael B. Jordan gonna be in there too.
Oh, Michael B. Jordan. See, that's what I'm saying. So he's going back into production, and it shows you that even though you may have a temporary fall, it doesn't stop you. And look, you can still have a huge comeback because him and Martin Lawrence, especially for doing this movie, is pretty much going to put him back on top. But Martin right now, I know we ain't talk about it, but he's not looking too good, my man.
No.
He's not looking too good. But a lot of people, he say he's fine, he's okay. But the way he's looking, I don't know, man. It looks scary.
Okay, because when I first saw he doesn't look good, but the thing is like when I see him acting, he's okay, and then also he does stand up too, and he's okay and everything. I just feel like how Martin is. I feel like he's very mellow and everything. He's really down to earth or something like that. It's some of the issues like that because it's like I see what you're saying too, because I feel like he got a struggle with something. But
yeah.
I'm like, if that's the case, I mean, it's not affecting his acting, and it's not really affecting him doing comedy tours as well. So it's like, for me, I'm gonna give him a pass unless something comes up. Unless something comes up, I might be wrong.
All right, that being said, Jordan, on to the next.
All
Let's
right,
see
on
what
to
you
the
got
next
for us.
one. What time is it? Okay, we'll do the. Okay, let's do this one. I do want to talk about this one, and a lot of people talk about this one, and this is about Project 2025, and a lot of people, and now it's getting more buzz. It started a little bit of early last year. Now it's really picking up. A Project 2025, and Project 2025 is a Republican plan for once Donald Trump get into the House. A lot of things gonna change with a Swift in his tenure. Meaning, I'm gonna name a few. I'm gonna name a few things. So, institution a national abortion ban reserves FDA approval of abortion pills. Demand data from states that currently allows abortion. Restrict access to STD testing, birth control, and IVF. When it comes to education, eliminate the Department of Education and divert public money to private schools and religion. When it comes to Christians' beliefs and family, assumes America is Christian and enforce a biblical-based definition of marriage and family. Privileged heterosexual two-parent households. When it comes to the environment, reduce or eliminate the Environmental Protection Agency and end programs that address climate change. When it comes to federal employment, make it easier to fire government employees, create a higher database of over 20,000 Trump loyalists to fill government positions, and establish a training academy for them. And when it comes to national security, gut the Department of Homeland Security, which that's mind-boggling to me. We're gonna get into this. Also, in the FBI efforts to combat disinformation, and also reduce the military efforts to counter domestic extremism. When it comes to LGBTQ rights, reverse policy allows transgender individuals to serve in the military. Redefine sex across federal agency to exclude transgender people. And emphasize traditional family structure, supporting policies that favor married heterosexual couples and biological children, and dismantling those that support the LGBTQ families. And that's pretty much it. So this has, usually stuff like this comes up during the election when something is favored to a particular party that's going to win. A lot of people think, it's going to happen, or some people think it's just a scare tactic. But we do have a clip to really break it down and see if it's real or not. So go out, Hakeem, play the clip, and after that, we're going to chop it up.
Yeah, so Sapphire was right when she was talking about Project 45?
Yeah, 2025.
Oh no, it's Project 2025.
Have you heard about Project 2025? Hey, it's Dan Zimmerman and welcome back to Illustrate to Educate. In this video, we'll dive into everything you need to know about Project 2025, including 5 criticisms. Remember, if you disagree with Project 2025 or its criticisms, please don't dislike the video, but instead respectfully comment your thoughts below. Project 2025, led by the Heritage Foundation, is a comprehensive initiative designed to prepare for a potential conservative administration starting in January 2025. It is structured around 4 main pillars: policy development, personnel recruitment, training, and strategic planning for the early days of the new administration. Here's a more detailed breakdown of each component. First, let's look at the policy agenda. The Conservative Promise is a detailed policy guide that provides specific recommendations for governing major federal agencies. The guide encompasses conservative solutions to various issues, including economic policies, healthcare, education, and national security. It is intended to serve as a blueprint for the next conservative administration, ensuring that key conservative values and strategies are implemented effectively from the outset. The second pillar is the personnel database. Project 2025 includes a comprehensive personnel database aimed at identifying and vetting potential appointees for various positions within the federal government. This database seeks to ensure that a future conservative administration has a pool of qualified, ideologically aligned individuals ready to fill key roles. The recruitment efforts span across different sectors and backgrounds, targeting experienced professionals who can execute the administration's agenda efficiently. The third part is the training through the Presidential Administration Academy. To prepare the identified personnel for their roles, Project 2025 has established the Presidential Administration Academy. This academy offers a range of training programs including workshops, seminars, online courses, and mentorship from former administration officials. The training is designed to equip future administrators with the necessary skills and knowledge to implement conservative policies effectively. Fourth is the 180-day playbook. The 180-day playbook is a strategic document outlining the immediate actions to be taken by the new administration within the first 180 days. This playbook is crafted to enable swift policy reversals and the implementation of conservative priorities, ensuring a smooth and impactful start. It includes specific actions for various departments and agencies, focusing on undoing the policies of the previous administration and setting the stage for long-term conservative governance. Now let's talk about the coalition and organizational structure. Project 2025 is supported by a coalition of over 100 conservative organizations, including think tanks, advocacy groups, and academic institutions. This broad coalition brings together diverse expertise and resources to support the project's goals. Notable participants include former officials from the Trump administration who contribute their experience and insights to the project. There are specific policy focus areas in Project 2025. Project 2025 proposes significant changes to federal policies on reproductive health. These include removing references to abortion from federal laws and regulations, reversing the approval of abortion pills, and defunding clinics that provide abortion or contraception services. The initiative also aims to reinstate the Comstock Act to ban mail-order abortions and reshape Medicaid to avoid funding reproductive health care services that include abortion. Another focus area is cultural and social issues. The project emphasizes the restoration of traditional family values and religious principles. This includes opposing policies perceived as supporting cultural Marxism and promoting a pro-life agenda. It advocates for policies that support the nuclear family, religious liberty, and traditional gender roles. There's also the leadership of Project 2025, which is directed by Paul Dans, a former chief of staff at the Office of Personnel Management during the Trump administration, with Spencer Sherteen serving as associate director. Both bring extensive experience from their previous roles in government, contributing to the strategic planning and execution of the project. So what are the criticisms of Project 2025? Project 2025 has sparked significant criticism from various sources. Critics argue that the project embodies a comprehensive plan to centralize executive power, erode democratic norms, and enforce a far-right agenda on American governance and society. Let's take a look at 5 specific criticisms in more detail. First is the centralization of executive power. One major criticism is that Project 2025 seeks to expand presidential control over the federal bureaucracy. The plan includes reviving the Schedule F classification, which would allow the president to replace thousands of civil service employees with political appointees loyal to the administration. Critics argue this would undermine the nonpartisan nature of the civil service and politicize federal agencies, making them tools of the executive branch rather than independent entities. Second is the attack on democratic institutions. Critics highlight that Project 2025's blueprint includes proposals to dismantle or weaken key democratic institutions. This includes plans to defund the Department of Justice and dismantle the FBI and other agencies that could act as checks on presidential power. Such moves are seen as efforts to undermine the rule of law and enable the executive branch to operate with little oversight or accountability. Third, the project also faces criticism for its potential use of government power to target political opponents and critics. There are fears that it would enable the executive to pursue legal action against political adversaries and critical media outlets, drawing parallels to authoritarian regimes where dissent is suppressed through state mechanisms. The fourth criticism is the social and cultural agenda. Project 2025's policy agenda includes strong positions on social issues, promoting conservative values that critics argue could roll back rights and protections for various groups. The document outlines plans to restrict LGBTQ+ rights, enforce strict anti-abortion measures, and integrate Christian nationalist principles into government policy. This agenda has raised concerns about the erosion of civil liberties and the imposition of a particular religious and ideological framework on the entire nation. Lastly is the environmental and climate policy rollbacks. The project's stance on environmental regulations is contentious. It proposes significant rollbacks of climate policies, which critics argue would have detrimental effects on efforts to combat climate change and protect the environment. This aspect of the plan is seen as catering to business interests at the expense of long-term ecological sustainability. Did you find this video about Project 2025 to be helpful? Remember not to dislike the video, but rather like the video, comment, and subscribe to support more simple and objective videos on topics that matter.
So yeah, that's Project 2025, so this is the plan that, majority of Republicans with Donald Trump, once they go into the office, this is what they're going to do with a swift and, and challenges and really get to all these details, with the LGBTQ, climate, abortion, immigrants, climate change, all sorts of stories and everything. So go ahead, Akeem. What's your take on it? Do you feel like, is this a scare tactic, or do you feel like this plan might be a plan that it might, if Trump is elected, that this plan might go into effect once he's in office?
So before I answer that, I want to give a shout out to Sophia Grace, because she inspired this video. And Sophia, you can't say we ain't never listened to you. You can't say we didn't listen to the Queen. Now let me say this. When have America stopped being in our business? This ain't nothing new. It's just repackaged. What's the difference? They've been controlling this ever. This is when I kept talking about Marcus Garvey, do for self, buying land, controlling your schools, making sure this. Black people was messed up under Trump or Biden. Tell me, are we doing good here? Has he restricted? We restricted now. He just did something where he made people who have LLCs to register so they can find you. This ain't nothing new. A lot of y'all got to be to blame. Y'all did not go vote. I voted. Some of y'all stayed at home, say, man, ain't nothing, I ain't voting. The worst is just yet to come. Black people has suffered in every presidential election. There was not a presidential election we haven't got the boot kicked out of us. We still poor, we still don't own nothing, and we still not in economic power. Until we wake up and understand that our power is within us, this shit won't mean nothing. This ain't gonna affect the Asians or the Hispanics. They in America, but they live in a micro economy. They say, oh, they got these laws, we'll find a way around it. Black people are forceful too. The only issue is we don't stick together. And the reason why this is going to affect us more, because we don't stick together. I'm telling you that right now. Since we don't stick together, this is going to affect us more. Some people here in America got 2 passports. They'll just go to another country. Where we going? Wake up, pull your money together, and we can fight this. We can literally fight this. Protesting not gonna work. We march and cry every day. We still ain't get nothing. Inflation high. I see homeless people on the streets every day. We complain about Trump. Biden got a bunch of black young men sleeping at parks. Blickies are out. So let's get together.
No, but the thing about this, I remember I had a conversation with somebody where we were talking about the aspect of conservatism. Conservatism is what United States is built on. We built on Christian values. I always tell people that for a million times, this is a Christian nation. Whether people like it or not, now you have the right to practice any religion you want, but this nation is a Christian nation. They say one, you pretty much one flag under God. They really serious about that, and God we trust. They really serious about that. They based on conservatism. Everything about them is conservatism. If somebody try to come and try to change that, they're gonna enforce it. That's pretty much what's gonna happen. They enforcing conservatism into the American people, which at the end of the day, of course, you can't force something. You can't tell people what to do. However, like I always say, it's their country. They can do pretty much do what they want. You
Yeah.
can't right now. You can't go to China and change the laws in China. It
No.
ain't happening. You can't go to UK, try to change the laws in the UK. It ain't happening. It's not happening. Even in London, I just be someone that I know you used to live in London. They even told me they say everything go under the Queen in London. You can't go in there and try to say, "Oh, we need to do this and do that." They're like, "No, it don't work that." Even in Canada, doesn't work like that. So, you know, that's why I King made a good emphasis on voting. That's why I always tell people it's important to vote. Know what you're voting for. Don't just vote on the person. Vote on the policy. What is the policy stating? If you're voting for Trump and this is what he stands for, conservatism, and remember a lot of people say, hey, they want to get back into that conservatism to the point they want to get rid of deletion. They want people to be able to choose to have the right to delete or not to keep it. Especially right now with the birth rate, they're trying to build back this country and they're gonna build
Yep.
it as much as they can. Either they're gonna use illegal immigrants to build back this country, they're gonna build back this country. I'm just keeping it in 100. So people need to pay attention to what's going on here. Also, people don't. I understand about the celebrity gossip. We talk about the celebrity gossip. We talk about sports, some of that. But pay attention to what's going on. They want to build back this country because they're seeing other countries are getting prepared. It seems like they're getting prepared to do war. Go
Yeah.
ahead, Jordan.
And speaking of that, remember Russia got us. We on a naughty list. We're one of the enemies. In the first time in U.S. history, Russia and the United States. Russia looks at the United States as enemies right now.
But who doesn't? Everybody look
I'm
at the
just
United
saying.
States as an enemy.
Yeah,
You know
but
what I'm
Russia,
saying?
I'm not saying, but Russia, they openly, bluntly say it's like, okay, United States is our enemy, which we kind of knew that and everything. Yeah, when it comes to this, this is why this is important right here, the phone, to look up people who's in office, not just in the White House, not in the Capitol, but who else who's in the governor's office, who else is in the House of Representatives office, also your state, local, and everything. It's important to do your information and really see who is in the house, who is this person and everything, who's the judge and everything. All this is very, very important and everything. But yeah, I agree with you 100%, Ronnie. It's always been a conservative country and everything. But as black people from centuries and centuries, we've been very conservatives. Back, you go back with Abraham Lincoln with the Emancipation Proclamation, which freed the slaves and everything. At that time, majority of people was Republican because we was free, and we adopted the conservative mindset and everything. Times have changed. Now a lot of black people is a Democrat, which is totally fine and everything. But yeah, it's just very, very important as us as black people. I'm gonna try. We have the power to to build what we want to build, use our money well, so we can have like a micro economy and everything. Because I like I said, I can see that we can do it and everything. Every time I go down to Merck Park or something like that, once I go down Crenshaw, I just feel a lot of black and everything. I just feel the vibe that we can do that. We can pour our money into one bag and create our own. So if something like this ever happened, we have very little to worry about. We have very little to worry about because we can have our own schools to teach our kids what we want to teach in our own schools. We can have our hospitals and everything. We can have our own community, which we won't have to worry about this and everything. Because when it comes to like the Jews, the Asians, Hakeem was naming them, the Hispanics, they look at this and like, okay, but we're prepared for it. We're gonna be prepared for it if it happens. Be prepared. So for me, it's like if this happened, I'm prepared for anything. As Black people, even though we're kind of at the bottom. We always find a way to survive because we're survivors. We always gonna find a way to survive, do what we do. So this right here is not really gonna scare me like that. For me, this for you guys, when you see something like this, just make sure you prepare yourself the best way you can and be ready for anything to happen. Because like I said, anything can happen. So as you see this plan, it's okay. What are we gonna do as Black people? How are we gonna do this? And I know we're gonna do this. We always gonna survive some way somehow. So if it ever happens, like I said, we'll find some way to remove it. It was affect the city, of course it will. But as Black people, like I said, we need to rise as a phoenix, stick together, build what we need to build. So later on in the future, we don't have to be so fearful of what's going to happen and everything. And I hate that we see stuff like this. We jump into fear instead of, okay, since this is going to happen, what are we going to do? Let's prepare for this instead of jumping into fear. When you jump into fear, it's like you're chained up, you're jailed inside. There's nothing you can do. You don't follow the rules. But once you get out of that fear, you see the stuff, get out the fear. It's like, okay, let's make a plan. How are we going to do this? What are we going to do when it happens and everything? And once you do that, it's really nothing to worry about. That's my 2 cents on that. Shout out to Barry White, who's in the building. Shout out to Barry White.
Yeah, great to see you, Barry White. Yeah, because she was on the other day. She was on Answer the Show. Said she's gonna swing by. She been watching from the cloud. We really do greatly appreciate you and also your presence here. Hakeem miss you, and I miss you as well, and also Jordan too. Great to see you, Barry.
I do miss you. I would sing a song for you, but I don't know what you look like.
But but at the end of the day, you have to pay attention to what the other racist people do, right? When it comes to the United States, you see, they don't come in here to trying to change things. They try to implement things within their community. I think that's why Black people gotta understand. They're trying to change things, and that's what always put it in the deficit. Just not try to change things. Try to think what we can add within the community, and that's why other cultures strive when they come over here. You have the Mexican come over here strive. You have Jamaicans come over here strive. You have the Jews come over here and strive. You have the
Indians.
Arabs, the Indians, and they don't try to change American laws and American culture. They say, okay, what can we do so we can protect ourselves, so we can bring in more resources into our community, and that's what Black people got to understand. Yes, we are a part of this country. We help build this country. However, we gotta know how to start utilizing what other people are utilizing within this country. Go ahead, Akeem. Your final thought.
My final thought is I'm gonna say a term that we need to, and Sophia just this. We need to start thinking about new strategies as Black people to prepare ourselves for what's about to come. That means that we're gonna have to start being global citizens. Your kids are gonna have to start being global citizens. Second passports, second homes, stockpile of gold, and all this and that. It's more than ever where we got to come together. We have to come together and get this. So all this gender war shit, this don't mean nothing in the eyes of the enemy. The plan he said, he's trying to prioritize family. We just need to do that. All this, I got problem with you. I got problem because let me tell you something, women or man, without us getting together, we're like picking targets. Pow, 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 pow.
And I want to say this too, Hakeem. I'll say that with our generation and our younger generation, and hopefully the new generation, Generation Alphas and everything. I feel like this generation, we're, like I said, we're very, very, intelligent and very, very wise and everything. Especially, with the internet and everything, we really know what's going on and everything. And so we are smart enough. It's just all about doing the action, And I feel like our generation, jurors below us, can really do that, and also our new generation, which is my daughter, we can do that and everything. We're very smart, we're very intelligent and everything, and we can do this. We just all got put into action. We put it into action, we unstoppable. That's my final take on that.
No, but I'm not gonna lie. No, I don't see no country being the United States. I'm sorry. Canada is nice and all, but I heard they very strict on certain things. China, you already know they don't even play when it comes to the aspect of Christianity. You practicing your own religion, and also Russia. So it's good to have a passport and stuff like that. But I think at the end of the day, people gonna still strive to come to the United States because the United States kind of give you that freedom to practice what you want. And not only that, but I know in I could be wrong though, but I know in South Africa, you can't even be gay over there or any form of same sex. They'll try to get rid of you. So, that's something that you have to really deep down into this country when it comes to having a dual citizenship. Like, do your research before doing it. I'm just saying that. Just do your research. I agree. Traveling the world. That was it. When people don't travel, you you, you travel the world. You'll see how big the world really is. On the map, it looks small, but the world is very, very big. It's very, very big. And that being said, go ahead, Jordan. On to the next one.
All right, we're gonna talk about the topic that it says on the screen on the bottom. We're gonna talk about Dr. Umar. So Dr. Umar, he was on a podcast called The Art of Dialogue, and he was really talking. He was talking about about D Wade and his child, also and also really really talking about the Caitlin Carr situation and everything, and her being in the NBA and everything. And how Dr. Umar is with the beautiful black queens in the WNBA. So he was really the clip we're going to show. He was really talking about how there's a lot of coons, literally dark skinned coons are really cooning it up. He sees that there's a lot of dark skinned coons that's been cooning it up for these white people and white girls. And I know some. I can name some. I can name them. We know some because we kind of talk about them. We try to take some of the context. But Dr. Umar feels like a lot of dark skinned men are cooning it up in 2024. Go ahead, I play the clip, and after that we're gonna chop it up.
Let's say this in all honesty. So far in 2024, dark-skinned black men are guilty of cooning more than any other black men. I don't want to hear nothing about the light-skinned brothers for the rest of the year. I don't want to hear nothing about the mixed race brothers for the rest of the year. So far in 2024, dark-skinned brothers, my complexion and darker, have been doing more cooning and participating in more bunny hopping and more racial betrayal than all the light-skinned men in black America put together. Leave the light-skinned brothers alone. Leave the mixed race brothers alone. Dark-skinned men are cooning out of control so far in 2024. And I gotta say this, in all honesty, so
yeah,
Don DeMarco.
He said no light skin slander. I mean, if you look at some of these commentators who talk about certain white people, I mean, especially with the Clayton Clark stuff, is he lying?
No, but you gotta find out what is the definition of a coon. What's the definition of a coon? I can't go ahead before I get my commentary. Go ahead.
We'll look that up. We'll look that up right now.
Right now.
Because some people gonna say, okay, what's the definition? You can't be like cooning it up. They said don't talk about my light skin brother, but I'm like,
I'm gonna see if I can find cool.
Okay, I got it. It says during slavery, almost all black people, especially men, were sometimes seen as coon. That is lazy, stiffless, virtually useless. However, after slavery, the coon Kokata was increasingly appealed to young black people, especially those that were in the urban, flamboyant, and contemporaries of white people.
So basically, So
Go ahead,
basically,
Jordan.
like I said, if there was field slaves and house slaves, and most of the house slaves they was called coons because they get like preferential treatment from their masters if they do something special and everything like that, And when it comes to like the slaves in the field, they kind of, they'll like I said, they'll do all the work and everything, but they feel like the black people that live in the houses and everything, housemaids and all that type of stuff, they feel like, they're one up than the black people that was that was working on the fields and everything. So black people in the field they used to lose the views that the people in the house, the majority are coons because they get special treatment and everything, and they kiss up to the master and everything.
No, but no, but I want to know because he was talking about because he's talking about black man being a coon in 2024. But I say in what aspect? If you talking about an
So
aspect
like
when it
this.
comes to dating,
So like no, this is like this, Ryan. So he was basically talking about with the Clayton Clark situation, and he was talking about how a lot of these black males kissed up to Clayton Clark, but when it comes to other black women that's playing like Aja Wilson, who's she's playing phenomenal right now. Andrew Reese, who's playing very nice as a Chicago Sky, and there's a lot of other black women who've been in the past, like Candace Parker, who came in the league had a great phenomenal year. She won Rookie of the Year, and also she won MVP of the year. And at the time, she was a force. But the thing is, it wasn't a lot of people jumping on her back when she came out. But it's a lot of people jumping on Ken the Cart back right now because they look at her as a great white hope.
no, but because when it comes to the aspect of the WNBA, remember they need a face so it can be more exciting, more exciting. And remember, we even stated, black folks are the one that created WNBA. It was white folks. So if they want to put her claim, Clark as the face of it, they have the right to do so because that's their company, that's their brand. Who was us to go in there and to try to change? That was and try to change things. That's why I keep saying. So, like prime example, you got Ice Cube, who's doing the big three. Nobody's talking about, okay, let's find somebody to be a face of the big three. Let's find a black person to be the face of the big three. Nobody's talking about that because it's not big. It's not. It's not getting the social media attention. So if that's the case, they want to just leave it for what it is, and that's the issue we're having. If we want to promote our own, we then start promoting our own and start bandwagoning and going into all these other, all these other corporations, all the other company, and build their own. So I do agree with him on that. That this year it is a lot of cooning, but Omar coon too. You know what I'm saying? That was sometimes he take photograph with white women and I'm cool with Umar. Don't get me wrong. He got great views. I get some of his views, but sometimes he's very hypocritical as well because he do the same exact thing. One day he's talking about I'm pro black. The next day he doing other conservative things. So I'm like, which one are you? Are you pro black or are you doing this? Which one? I lose confused when it comes to Umar. But in the aspect of this generation in 2024, I don't think that people are really cooning. People are starting to understand that, hey, if I want to build, if I want to go farther, I gotta start working with other races. Go ahead, I can.
Brother, you spoke so eloquently well, but we all know a lot of people got self-hatred. He's just preferably mentioning a skin tone, which was kind of like which was kind of just focusing on dark-skinned brothers. But black men in general, a percentage of them are not are playing for the other side. They're not 100%. We just need to be strictly all black, everything for black, and do that. It's hard to get a lot of people on this wave because we live in such an individualistic society. Everybody practice self-preservation. Nobody has a community mindset. This is why we only want to get married. So yeah, we cooning. Yeah, we got a bunch of coons running around here. We can start pointing them out. But a lot of us are guilty for even associating ourselves with coons. Or having them out here knowing that, hey, this brother's not 100%. Why his voice need to be heard? We suppress that. I'm a Garveyite. Africa is for Africans. You feel me? black first. We need to handle our problems first. Fix the inner war we dealing with ourselves first. Stop making all these YouTube channels talking about gender and why we can't be in relationship. Nigga, pair up. Wash them dirty socks. Pay the bill. He fart in your face, so be it. It's wartime. Our brothers and sisters are getting picked off like this on the street. Billy Club. Every 3 minutes, a black woman's getting essayed, unalived. Every police interaction, a black man is getting Billy Clubbed, dragged like a rug on the black tar. And we around here worrying about submitting. Yeah, we cooning. And a lot of, you know what I mean? We cooning on both sides. We support hierarchy. Somebody has to be on the bottom at all costs. Crab in the bear syndrome. Most definitely. Nobody talking solution based. We need to work together. We need to make some tough decisions. Family first, community first, getting together and getting married, having a bunch of babies.
Okay. You right, Hakeem, and I'm gonna say this. This month is June, and there's 2 months in August. And when I be 2 months, Dr. Umar goes go over. He said go over to school in August. That's 2 months already. 2 months. So I don't know. I don't know why. I'm sorry with our balloons and everything, but he has 2 months to open up this school.
Yeah.
So, Dr. Umar, I understand everybody say all this cooning and everything, but a lot of people is focused on you, or are you going to open up this school this August? That's what I'm worried about and everything, because I'm getting kind of tired of Umar going to different podcasts, talk about certain things, the black community, we need to do this, we need to do that. We get all that. But Dr. Umar, all you said, like I said, I've followed you for a long time. Most of the stuff you said, I agree upon. But we just want you to open up this school, yo. And to me, I feel like when Dr. Umar opened up the school, I feel like, a lot of black men will see, okay, it is possible, to build our own and to do what we need to do. And the thing is that we don't need to do by Umar. Like I said, shout out to Ice Cube. Look at him. He's making an empire right now with the big three. And in about 10, 15 years, he's going to be up there. We're not going to be talking about Ice Cube like that, but the thing is like he's making moves. He's starting to sell his teams now, making money and everything. So teams that have ownerships and everything. It's not impossible of what we need to do, because Ice Cube's doing it right now. Hopefully he continue to build. He's gonna be a billionaire and everything. He's gonna compete with the NBA and everything. So yeah, I just feel like like I said, Dr. Umar, I hope to open up this school in August. Cause I know you like to go on people's podcasts. I know you like to get on panels and everything. But Dr. Umar, whatever you say about cooning, sure, some of them are cooning, sure, but they work in a company that they work in a company that that they want to get to the top and everything, and they might do some coonish things. But the thing is, Dr. Umar, I understand what you're saying, but I want you to please open up the school. That's all I want to see.
The school ain't opening, Jordan. I'm just being honest. It's just, don't worry about the school. It's not gonna get open. It's not gonna get open.
We have a construction specialist in the comment. I have worked on several school modernization problems. Umar Johnson is nowhere near the school opening.
I'm saying he's not opening no school. And y'all talking about we want to be community. You want to be community first, but the same community you trying to be community first with is the same community that's trying to scam you, take people's hard-earned money and walk out of here. I was saying, like when I listen to the pro-black, the cooning and this and that, sometimes I question it. I get your concept working together, but sometimes you can't work together with your own people. I'm just being honest. Because the same
Skin
person you're trying to work with together with, the same person that's trying to stab you in the back. Go ahead, Jordan.
Like I said, skinfo ain't kinfolk, and and like I said, you can know, you can tell, by talking with them, the body language and everything. There's a lot of people you can't work with,
Even a white man can say I hate you, but at the same time, a white man can still invest in you because they know it's a bigger cause at the end of the day.
Because they love their race so much, and like I said, they feel like they're inferior and everything. We just gotta talk that. I mean, Rodney, I know he's not gonna open up the school, but he say a date and he don't stick to that day. Hey man, if you don't stick to that
Jordan,
date,
you know the school ain't coming. The school ain't coming. Hakeem donated to the freaking. The school ain't coming.
I donated.
White people, go ahead, Hakeem.
No, you're right. Because he believed in the Marcus Garvey theory, but it's been 10 years. Go ahead.
No, but the thing is, you have a 21-year-old student over there in Atlanta open up a school. It's already open.
Yeah.
And he's black.
Yep.
And he don't get credit, but we went about Umar opening up this school he's talking about.
You had Kanye and Diddy open up the school before he did too.
Thank you.
You know what the issue is with a lot of these people like Umar Johnson, Brother Polite, and this? We don't have our own FCC. We need an FCC in the community to vet these black people who's trying to do things. Look at our boy who did with the Legacy Center. He ran away with 11 million. Nothing's done. Nothing's done.
Nothing. We keep getting fooled and bamboozled because we're afraid for someone to call us a coon. I say, hey, if me working with a white man and the white man's gonna take me and my family and people in my community to another level, so be it.
We're gonna have to work with the white man now. We can't work with our brother. Our brother gonna take the whole bag. The white man gonna take a piece and he's gonna say, you're gonna owe me.
Barry White, I'm not going to hold you. I don't know what type of school it is. I think it's a private school. If it's not, but you could research him. He's a young black man. I promise you, 21. Literally opened up the school. Literally, he had an idea. He literally opened up the school. The school been open, I think, for now probably about like 5 years. It's been open for a minute in Atlanta. And Umar, you telling me you can't open up the school? But he said he don't got funding from the government, and he's making all these excuses, and I'm like, bro, it must be easy because it's nonprofit. Go ahead.
And
Go
the
ahead.
thing is, I think it's all Hakeem. When it comes to the private school, Ronnie, how you gonna pay the teachers?
I didn't teachers invest. It's a black school.
He doesn't have none. He doesn't have none of those plans. He doesn't have a superintendent or nothing. We don't even know how he's spending the money. Open up the books. Let's see the books. You can see the physical year spending of Dade County Public Schools or any school system. They print it every day. It's by law. You can even see how much a person in the school system is getting paid down to the crossing guard. You telling me you gonna open up a school? Accountability, accountability, accountability. I just did the 3 times like Umar Johnson.
What people fail to realize too when he does it. Umar is very intelligent. I'm not gonna never take that away from him. Umar is very intelligent, very well versed, very well studied. He understands what he's talking about, and that's why I think that's why he get a lot of people. Hell, I'm a Umar. I used to be a huge Umar fan because I'm like, okay, he know how to he's very charismatic. He know how to captivate the crowd. He know what to do. But at the same time, I'm like, where is the result? As a man, especially as a black man, you're gonna start realizing as you get older, you're gonna be like, hey, where the result? If you're talking about the school should be open. If you're talking about okay, man, you need to stick together, you need to start working with more black men. If you're talking about relationship, Umar, we need to see you married. If Umar even married or he's dating. See,
I don't know.
See,
you on mute, Hakeem.
Hakeem, you on mute. Hakeem, is Umar married?
No, he's not.
See,
yeah, I said you asked him from a minute. He said there's an interview to back that one up. We need to
That's what I'm
open up the
saying.
books.
So I'm like, you can't keep. It's like a preacher. You can't just keep preaching the gospel. People want to see results. Okay, is the gospel working for you? Is it really working for you? People want to see it.
I don't listen. His name.
Natasha, no, Sophia, we don't know. We don't know if he's married or not. We don't know.
We know he got kids from different women, though.
Mm.
It's like I said, we like Umar, but we gotta hold as black man, we like Umar, but we gotta hold his ass accountable. That's all we doing. We just hold his ass accountable.
Hey Gore, when we get the money, we gonna hire you Gore to help us build this school.
No, but we're not making fun of the. Actually, we're not making fun of the light skinned man. He did say leave him alone. But
No,
the
he
thing
said,
is like, okay, you talking to the dark skinned brothers. You know, that's me, Jordan, and Hakeem. We dark skinned. So we were like, okay, you say we cooning, but bro, you haven't produced no result yet.
yeah. Open
So
up the books.
whatever the case may, whatever. But that was it. I'm cool with Umar. That was it. When he's right, he's right. But when he's on that trip, I'll be like, okay, Umar, okay, it is what it is. He does. Safari, he does. He makes great points. One thing
Oh
about
yeah.
Umar, he's gonna hit you because he's very well versed. He's very well
And
studied, so he
calculated,
knows.
and highly calculated too.
Listen,
Yeah. So
he get us riled up and get our juices flowing and our chakras. He get us feeling black every time we listen. Black queens forever, snow bunnies never.
never, boom, and we chanted that. We saying it over and over. That was like, exciting. But then Umar is not even married.
Huh? Yeah. You heard what I said? Black queens
Umar,
forever, snow bunnies never. I was just telling the young boys there. But luckily, I only see you with black queens. Bring it
no,
to
but no,
life.
but Ashton, we already know. We already solidified the school is not gonna be open. It's been 10 years. It's gonna be another 20. He gonna open the school when forget it. I'm gonna say Omar go over the school when he's in the grade. His kids go open the school up.
Oh man.
Umar is not opening up that school.
Hey, look. If they follow the Heritage Plan 2025, we should all start a private school. We'll get funding.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did find a location. The school is built. He
It's
just gotta
built
open
In
it.
Delaware,
in
Williston,
Delaware.
right?
Yes.
If he's willing
He
to
just
pay
gotta he just
$5.
gotta open it. Just all you gotta do is just open it. Like, look, the school is open. Boom. That's gonna solidify him to be on top. I promise you. So when he do that, that's gonna put him on top. But it's
Hey,
been 10 years.
I won't be surprised because he says open the school in August. I won't be surprised by the next month something went down and everything in school. Everybody will be like, "Oh, we done with you, Umar. We done. We done. We done. We done." Oh man.
No, but the manosphere, the red pill, the black pill, and oh yeah, those literally are full of no.
If you call them
See,
leaders, they're not leaders. All of them
they're
not
not.
leaders.
I won't say that they're not really leaders.
They're not
They're
leaders.
just a group of men that's upset about women.
That's it. Rim
False
bros.
leaders.
Rim
False
bros.
leaders.
Listen.
Yeah,
Wannabe
And listen,
leaders.
Sophia, we're trying to get to the outer rim.
Right.
it's a pill. That I'm saying it's just a group of men upset about women because they're not getting some. That's what it
Right.
is. The manosphere is nothing but a bunch of men talk about women all day. I ain't got time for that. I really get annoyed. I get annoyed by that a lot.
Right.
I get it. I was like, bro, some of y'all need to really go and get laid somewhere.
That's it. At least pay for it.
Pay for it and call it a day.
That's it.
Why do these women always gotta dress up like that? Why their nails are so long? Why they gotta wear tight pants? It's like, bro.
Right.
She said leaders are just lowly women. At least we're in the outer rim. Rim bros. Shout outs to Brownsville for quoting that. Rim Bros.
Go ahead, Johnny. On to the next, man.
It's funny,
Something,
man.
All
It
man.
right,
happened.
on to the next topic. So this superstar power superstar Michael Raynor Jr. So there was a he went viral today. He was on a stream yesterday, and one of the streamer's sister touched him, groped him in an inappropriate way. And you can tell by his face, he was like, "Oh, wow." He was very surprised and just very like, "Wow," and what it has done to him and everything. But other than that, we have a clip of what happened after that. We're gonna chop it up. Go ahead, King.
Oh, that boy getting assaulted?
Yep.
Everybody in here has worked a job, has more than $1 million. Y'all have never worked, y'all never did nothing. Y'all literally have 5 minutes of max in here. Then y'all gotta get out, okay?
5 minutes? You know how much 5 minutes is?
Okay?
Yeah.
They've never worked. You gotta think. They've never worked a job, but they can play with us. Yo, anybody need water? Anybody need water? No, we good, bro.
Yo, paper towels for them.
Paper towels. Shut the fuck up. Chat, word of my mother, I'm trying to literally ignore this shit. But I'm getting texts. The energy shifted and niggas just got up and left. Like, all that shit really made me, like, all those side of that shit really made me feel away. Because when people come, this is your crib. It's about hospitality. That means everything. Stop telling me to ignore it, because when I was trying to ignore it, y'all dick riders was spamming it. That shit really got me really feeling away, because, bro, I be around celebrities all day. You feel what I'm saying? Like, even when I first started being my first few celebrities, don't get me wrong, I do unusual shit. No homo. Like, nothing crazy. Like, I'll be like, yo, like, I be trying to record, get a video, a picture, whatever. But due time, you feel what I'm saying? That shit don't really mean nothing to you. We all equal, we all the same. But she never seen somebody that caliber, so she start, you feel what I'm saying? And that's my sister, so like I'm not gonna say nothing bad about her. I'm gonna just check her and tell her like you don't gotta be on it. We all the same, we all human. If he's here for me, he's here for you. Family Sunday dinner shit every Sunday. You feel what I'm saying? I got people telling me you gotta be aware who you have around when these type of people come. Why should I? We all equal. You know what I'm saying? We all got a mutual agreement, and it's about respect. Shit got me dumb mad, bro. Like, nothing ever got me more mad than this, bro. Everybody.
Ooh, this is a good topic.
Yeah. So Michael Raynor Jr. He did post something about the situation on his Instagram. He said, "At this point, everyone has seen the video circulating online. I am still in shock and didn't fully know how to process what happened last night. This is an unfortunate situation that I do not condone in any way. I can't take it lightly because I know I will be seriously troubled if the roles were reversed. The fact is, SA is never okay, regardless of gender, status. We all human, and we should respect each other. Most importantly, we should always respect ourselves." So I'm passing to you, Hakeem. How you feel about the situation, or do you feel like should she go to jail because
she needs to go to jail? And mind you, even more, Sophia, she did that in front of kids. She did that in front of kids. She gently put her hand down there and groped it in front of kids. Yes, and listen. Sophia, did you see the videos? There was toddlers there. One of them was her child. That girl is her child. I watched that streamer. He's just starting to blow up. He does videos with his niece, her child. She went in and listen. She was like, mind you, here's the thing. Here's another thing you know. She still is in a relationship with her baby's father. The baby's father be in some of the streams. Look how the roles are reversing. She's not going to get it. She's not going to go to jail. We're going to brush this under the rug. He said, I'm not going to. And listen, the guy was so stupid. He said, we're all equal. What you mean we all equal? This is a star we're talking about. You should be privileged. He came down there. You know, stars, he has to be humble to come where you at. But I just want you to see the double standards of it. If that was, listen, let's say if that was me and I had my hand up under that skirt, grip, everybody in the room would have beat me up. Listen, the Thule would have came out. Eh, eh, eh. Go ahead, brother.
No, but like you said, it's a double standard. They feel like they didn't do anything wrong. She didn't do anything wrong because she's a woman, and that's the problem we have in this society. Society, they pick and choose which one they want to protect and which one they don't want to protect. When a man is doing it, the man need to be prosecuted immediately. Not only that, he needs to be stoned. When a woman do something, sweep under the rug, nah, no, they won't say she's attracted to him. It's okay. It's all right. And it's like, no, it's not all right. It's an assault. An assault is an assault. Remember, like they say, blind justice doesn't see nothing but the justice. And that's what we need to start practicing. It doesn't matter the race, color, skin, what gender they are. If it's wrong, it's wrong. And that's the problem we're having in today's society. They picking and choosing, and that's why guys get upset. You see, that's why guys get on that black parade because they're like, "Yo, it's not right. Change it." Go ahead, George.
Michael, if you listen to me, you probably won't, but if you hear it, if this go viral, Michael, press charges immediately. Send her ass to jail right now. Right now. That was unnecessary. Come in, smiling at her. While King was probably we had kids right there. Where's the respect at, man? A lot of men don't like that being broke like that out of nowhere. That's crazy. That's mind-boggling and everything. Michael, if I was you, press charges on that I don't care. I don't care if it's what 20, 21, 22. Press charges immediately. She needs to go to jail, man. Because like I said, it was live right there. Live, pure live. Right there. Went viral. She needs to go to jail. Because this is uncalled for. Unnecessary. Go ahead, Hakeem.
But he's not gonna do it. He's not gonna do it because they're gonna think he's a punk. Go ahead, Hakeem.
Listen, we gotta give credit to the dark-skinned guy in the dreads. Listen, this is how you know you got a good friend and a good buffer. He seen what was going on. He said, hey, hold on, and shifted the energy. The friend stopped the situation, shifted the energy, and said, hey, let's go. The guy with the dreads, you need a standing ovation. He needs a standing ovation.
Boy, you going in your bag? I don't blame you. Yeah. But listen, I think more men need to speak up and then start speaking up more.
But listen, he did that in front of kids. She did that in front of kids.
Right.
Kids. The kids was behind her. He was. Whoa. She gripped it that Johnson. I want you to remember, we got videos of dudes putting their hands up on the skirts and on trains, and dudes is knocking them out.
Now that remember when Trump said, I grow women, and you saw what happened. People were like outraged.
Outraged. So we talking about, I was so worried. It was little girls there. And she had his and listen, she was smiling like she was just comfortable doing it. SA is not right, man or woman.
And it tells you, Hakeem, this is not the first time she did that before.
Yeah.
Like she had the power. It's like, oh, he ain't gonna do nothing.
No means no. You have to be invited, not in front of the kids. Are you that starstruck? You did that? New York City, help me out. New York City. Are y'all doing that there? Brooklyn, Queens, Manhattan, Staten. Word to my mother. I know y'all not co-signing SA. In front of the babies? I get fully clothed when my niece and nephew, the babies come. I get fully clothed. Listen, I'm so scared. I even put on my socks when the babies come around. I
No,
put
that's
on
true.
my
Mm-hmm.
I put on my socks when they come around.
Joe No Hurt said, just imagine if there was no camera there. Shout out to Joe No Hurt and also
Yeah.
Fresh Sound and Urban Noise in the building. He's right though. Imagine if there was no camera there. See, it would have been far worse.
Oh my God. And he's making excuses because he's your sister. Listen, when they see that, they was like, okay, he's not standing on business.
All right.
But remember, to another man's eyes, it doesn't look like a bad thing. Is it a woman touching your John John?
Listen, do you remember the video we did a couple years when Suki Hana, and it was what's the light skinned brother?
Yeah, I know you're talking about. Yeah, I know you're talking about. Now I know you're talking about.
And he had touched her and made her feel.
Talking about it was last year. This was last year.
It was last year. What's the singer guy? He had YT Osiris. He had made her feel uncomfortable just because she's playing. And here's the thing we need to talk about. And Sapphire, Natasha Vincent, a lot of y'all ladies can appreciate this. I know Suki Hana is playing a role because she is a mother, a auntie, and a daughter. That doesn't mean just because she talk about D and P that she's supposed to get violated. YK Osiris had made her feel uncomfortable. He had to go back and did a public apology, which rightfully so. Yes, these girls might talk about sex, they might promote it. That don't mean you put your hand up under her skirt. Or you don't no. You wasn't invited. You have to be invited behind closed doors where you're not publicly humiliating the woman. And listen, as black men, we get publicly humiliated and we just have to deal with it. That's why he laughed to not get mad. And we tend to do that. So this is a learning lesson.
Yeah. Any final thoughts? Jump to the final topic of the day.
I'm done.
No, go ahead. Go ahead and final thought about it.
This I want to talk about on Friday, but we're gonna talk about it today, and I think this is kind of funny. So this is let me go back into it.
You see, so, I just essayed y'all right now. listen, I just forced kissed y'all. Go ahead, bro.
So here's the last topic of the day. So a husband leaves wife at the airport and gets on their flight because she went to Starbucks with 15 minutes left. And a lot of people thought he was wrong and he was right. But here's the detail of the story. So go ahead, can you play the clip after that? We're gonna chop it up.
A husband crossed the line when he left his wife at the airport. The husband explained they had about 15 minutes until boarding started, and his wife insisted on going to Starbucks, which was on a different terminal. He told her she didn't have time, but she didn't listen. He waited as long as possible, but when the gate agent was about to close the door, he decided to get on the plane, and the wife did not make the connection.
Yeah, throw the whole wife away. First of all, he was going to visit his daughter. So when the wife decided to go to another terminal with 15 minutes to board the plane, she made him make a choice between her and his daughter. So there was a trip planned before. She overslept, so they already missed the flight. So this is the second time that they're going to try to see his daughter. So when she decided that she was going to delay or just take her sweet time like the plane was supposed to wait for her, then he did the right thing and he got his butt on that plane to go see his daughter.
Did a husband cross the line when he left his wife at the airport? The husband explained they had about 15 minutes until boarding started, and his wife insisted.
I mean, is he wrong? Is he wrong?
No, he's right. Leave her. You know we have 15 minutes left. The board is playing. You want to get a cup of coffee? Wait till we go to the other side of the city, then get your cup of coffee. It's like she's wrong, and now that she didn't respect him enough because remember he wanted to see his daughter. I guarantee you, it's probably because of graduation because you know a lot of people's graduating and you wasting time. Like no, like stop playing. Don't say some women. Don't say some women got these big ass egos. Man, excuse my language. I forgot we lied. Some women got these egos where they feel like they're entitled to everything. Like, oh no, I'm gonna need to get this cup of coffee. Baby girl, we can get a cup of coffee on the plane. Plane serve cup of coffee. Like, stop playing. She didn't respect. She didn't respect this man's time. She didn't respect. I'll say his daughter. I don't think that was her daughter. Probably. Because they kept saying it's his daughter.
Yeah,
That was his daughter. So she don't really respect the daughter. The lady, bye. I'm glad she missed the flight. I'm glad. I would have did the same thing. I'm out. Peace. Go ahead, Akeem.
Sophia, just send me that ring size because I got a K Jewelers card. I'll buy that ring. We can get this thing going. I want people to understand this is a deeper issue. Dating people who have kids. We need to understand something on how this works. I've been a stepfather before. I don't have my kids of my own. When you have your kids, I accept your kids as mine. You're going to have to accept the other person's kids as yours. That's your daughter too. Not biologically. Overall, that's your daughter. Now, mind you, you could tell that there had to be some contention in that for her to want to do that, to not have a sense of urgency. I don't play about people's kids. Don't play about mine.
And I can't. I don't put like that in the airport. We need to get there two hours before the flight leaves. We get out there. We get there 2 hours before the flight leaves and everything. Make sure our bags is packed and everything.
Yes.
Make sure we eat or grab a couple stuff. We go on the plane. That's it. How in the world are you gonna wait until once aboard? Oh, I'm gonna get a cup of coffee. And we'll go to not in the terminal. That's in. Go to the next terminal. Go to Starbucks. Why do you go get some coffee? While you was at before you got to the airport, or waiting before once you start boarding and everything. It's always Starbucks. I know you pass Starbucks, man, but you're gonna waste this man's time when it's about to board. Oh, I'm gonna give you some coffee. Like, no, this is my daughter. No, if you didn't want to go, then just say, hey, I don't want to come on this trip. That's fine. You could have said that instead of him. He probably did pay for the ticket. If I was there, I want my money back.
Give my money respect. Back. Show respect. And remember that conversation we had a long time ago where I would say which one was I joined. You remember you had a topic, you say which one was more important, respect or love. And I always say respect. Respect holds more weight than the love. You can love me all day, but doesn't mean you respect me. Respect is the one people are asking for. Black people, that's what we want is respect. That's what they always talk about. Like, I don't care if you love me a lot, respect me though. You know what I'm saying? So his wife, the woman he was dealing with, don't respect him, and I'm glad what he did because she crossed the line. Said, "Baby, I catch you. Let me know when you land. When I land, let me know when you're in town. I'll come pick you up at the airport. I gotta go. Peace."
This is why before you get into these relationships, you have to have these conversations. Are you going to treat my kids like yours? Are you going to put my kids second to yours? We need to have these conversations. I'm not going to put your kids second. I'm going to put them first. You need to put mine first. I'm going to put your needs first. You need to put my kids' needs first. We need to understand. There's something that I learned growing up in the Hispanic neighborhood. Thank you to the Cubans and the Nicaraguans that I grew up. La familia. That's all the Hispanics know. La familia. Family first. You don't know where they come from. The cousins, the aunties, the stepkids, la familia. Listen, it's a crowd of them there. Even the boyfriend is already a part of the family. He ain't been there 2 weeks. The daddy telling him, go get a case of Coronas. You paying for it. You a part of this family now. Listen, if I'm at your house or we together and you got daughters, I'm telling her to go fix me a plate. You my jit now. Shamisha, go fix Hakeem a plate. Just like you could say, little Hakeem, scratch mama back. Who? That's your mama. La familia.
Yep. Respect and loyalty is respect and loyalty is everything. Respect.
Listen. Y'all don't
Respect
heard
man
him.
is on.
We grew up in Dade County. I'm half Cuban. I'm half Boricua. I'm half Nicaraguan. I eat monfongo all the time. Plátano manduro, arroz con pollo, del soyo ca un ángel.
And the Cubans in Miami, they gonna teach you some Spanish. And the thing
Yeah,
is, they
cause
was
that's all
gonna
they do
remember.
is speak.
They
That's all they
gonna
do is speak Spanish. I think be getting on my nerves though. But I be
Basically,
like,
you better put respect. Listen, these blacks down here better put respect. They Spanish too. We grew up around them.
Yep.
So we understand the firm La Familia. I'm gonna keep saying that because this is something that the blacks need to have for La Familia. We had it before. He said, I'm reading off a menu. Go ahead.
He said he's reading off a menu. But no, that's nice, like we come to Miami, they all about family. Here in LA too, a lot of Hispanics, they all about family.
That's all. Thank you to Muhammad. Muhammad, listen. Thank you. That's all we are, family, and we need to listen. Everybody here is family. We
wait,
need to.
Muhammad's on YouTube now.
He's on
That's what's
YouTube.
up.
Listen, something wrong with Facebook. We ain't been able to connect. It didn't. You see?
Oh, Facebook ain't connect.
It ain't
That's what
connect.
happened.
I had to send him the link. But listen, me and Muhammad, when I met him in Cambridge, don't know me from a can of paint. Nigga, I'm fresh out. Me and him are splitting peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. He treated me like I'm his brother. We stayed. We have this ingrained in us. We are family. No matter where you come from, this is a universal thing, baby. The Hispanics just trademarked it. La familia. This ain't no gang stuff. This ain't no norteños. This ain't no southern. I don't know what they're talking about. This is something ingrained in the Mexican community, Boricuas, Cubans, Latin America. La familia. This is why when there's a sweet 16, your ass better be there. When there's a birthday, your ass better be there. When there's a financial problem, the ladies already called. Everybody's coming to the house. How much we got to put down? You know, Johnny's going to school. 25 centavos right here. I got $25 right here. You know, I don't get paid the next week. I'll give you a little bit then. We don't need America. We got everybody here. We could take care of each other here. If there's a problem, listen. My last thing, blacks and Latino will always have brotherhood. My last thing, I'm gonna tell you something. Before my auntie had passed away, this is something I had found out about her. In her particular town in Haiti, if there was somebody who was sick and they need a procedure done, she would go pool the money together because you know we don't have free health care in Haiti. She would go pool the money together to get that procedure done for that person. I said, whoa. Mind you, my auntie was a sharecropper. She picked sugar canes and Berkeley. I'm going to put respect on her name. God bless the dead. But she understands the term of family. And listen, the people she helped, that wasn't her family. It was a part of her community. Let's get that straight. I done bought sneakers. I done bought just for me's. And I done bought paint and nail sets for kids that wasn't even mine. I believe in family. That's all I gotta say. Go ahead.
No, that's deep. No, that's what is that what it's about. It's about the fam. It's about the family culture, and I think that's one thing I think we lost as people. We lost the aspect of family. Family is very important. Now I keep telling people like, oh, when you meet a group of people, I don't consider them friends. I consider them family. I would be like, that's my family. You're like, "Bro, that's your friend." Nah, we don't have to be blood related. If we like A tight, you my family. For real, for real. Go ahead, Jordan.
Yeah, I feel you. You know, we know each other for a long time. You know, friends, it's friends out of the world. It's family. You know, you bros, cousins, whatever. You part of the family. I agree 100%. Family is greatly important. Greatly important.
And you already know. And that being said, guys, it's about that time. It's about that time. It's about that time. Guys, make sure on your way out, please make sure you hit that like button. Please make sure you hit that subscribe button. Please make sure you hit that notification bell on the right hand side. Remember, we do go live each and every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 6 o'clock Eastern time. Like always, man, that's messed up. That's why we not live on Kick and Twitch
No,
and
no.
Instagram.
The only place we're not live on is Facebook. Everything else is good.
Okay, because so we gotta upload it over there. Hopefully, for the audience over there, because
Yeah,
they probably like, hey, what's going on? What's going on? So I'm not live over there on my side either. No, right? If you're not live on yours, then probably I'm not live on
probably
mine either.
Not out
you
of
need.
mine either. No.
You see something
No,
wrong
right?
with Facebook? Yeah, some has to be wrong with Facebook because they usually.
Okay, so yeah, my bad about that. Yeah, but yeah, so it's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah, but I apologize to the audience on Facebook. Sorry for the technical difficulties. I didn't even notice, to be honest. I didn't even notice, but I noticed when I see Bobby Bryant and Sherry Bryant wasn't
Yeah,
here. Then I
listen.
was like, okay, something must have happened. Go
Muhammad
ahead.
had called. I didn't know too until Muhammad called me mid show to say, "Hey, what's going on?" Thank you, Sophia. Hey, listen,
We're
we
working on it.
we working
Hey,
on it.
we're closer than we ever been right now. We're getting there.
Sophia, Roni, um, Roni, the reason why we're at the direction, Roni and Jordan steered the conversation on talking about a multiple of things. The things that we always talk about, we want to bring substance to this channel and not talking about the outer rim. We don't want to focus on gender wars. We don't want to focus on there's enough channels talking about black men's health, essays, people beating on women. We want to talk about building together. This is what, and this is the thing you're talking about. We want to talk about the community. We want to talk about the government. We want to be solution based, actual solution based, where we can show people in real time how to get things together. We're not here to disrespect black women. We're not here to disrespect black men. We talking about family and bringing them together. This is why people do not be scared to give us ideas. Give us ideas, and we here because we want to be able to give y'all the content that you deserve.
Mm-hmm. And y'all gotta understand too, because a lot of people say why a lot of people channels are getting demonetized. I just found out recently that YouTube is doing deals with corporations, not just corporations that we know of, but big corporations like CBS, ABC News. They are doing that's why they're getting rid of all these drama channels. A lot of these drama channels, like people that you know of, don't longer have channels anymore. I'm
Thank
not
you.
gonna say no names, but a lot of people don't even have channels anymore, and they live and strive off of YouTube. Their channel is no longer there. So I would say people could do the beef stuff, go right ahead. But I'm telling you, YouTube's going in a different direction.
Thank
They're not on that. Like if you on like on that beef stuff, you get the views, you'll get monetization for a short period of time. But after that, they're gonna get rid of it. Now they're not trying to pay people anymore.
no,
YouTube, they're not.
no.
They're trying to pay. They're trying to pay people that's actually benefiting benefiting the algorithm. So the dramas and stuff, even the cursing, you got to minimize the cursing. And I told Ashton that too as well. Like you got to
Yeah.
minimize the cursing because they're gonna put you in the fall back.
Yes.
They're trying to keep things clean because they're trying to get more ads, more ad revenue. YouTube trying to do more deals. Do your research. I'm telling you, like YouTube is trying to do bigger deals than we ever could dream of.
Yeah.
But the messiness, they're getting rid of it. I'm telling you. They're getting rid of it. People
Yeah,
are
it's
losing
gonna be
channels.
nice to Rumble.
Rumble too, but Rumble is starting to peep game too, because Rumble like they
Okay.
want to get them ad revenues. They want to get paid, and they
Right.
know that
Okay.
messiness and Carl talking crazy, the ginger wars and this and that. Fresh and Fit, mind you, they hurting right now from Rumble.
Oh, they're begging people. Listen, they
They
switched their
ban people
business.
to yeah.
Look, they're at a subscription model now. They can't get the content for free. They're hurting. They have over 50, they have over 20 people on payroll, and they're struggling to do that.
Yep.
You can
But
only go so far with it, man. I'm telling you.
only go so far. God knows best. God knows who's going to stay here and who's going to leave us, and that stuff ain't going to fly.
I would say DJ Academic, he talked about it. I was hoping people do research. I want Chaos Culture Radio to be like Joe Rogan. You know what I'm saying? Like those
Yeah.
long lasting.
We're going to be like Joe Rogan and better,
You know what I'm saying?
solution based. We not and listen. There's things here that we want to present to y'all, and we want to give you the type of stuff. We also want this thing to be. We also want this thing to be kid friendly, because we want 13-year-olds, 14-year-olds. We want to be able to make shows for young black men and young black girls to listen to us, so we can be the examples and the tools through them.
Mhm. And once we get up there, it's gonna be once the guys, all you guys, especially your people in the chat that gave us so much, we want to make sure we get big. We definitely gonna get back.
We're gonna give back, and we want y'all to, join us as content creators. A lot of y'all have special gifts and stuff that we need. Gore's a construction professional. Mr. Muhammad works in schools. Sophia Grace work. You know what I mean? So there's so many things that we need everybody here for the greater good, and especially to bring our content that's going to be thought provoking and good for our community. There's a lot of things our community don't know because they don't know where to find it. We can be the outlet for it. I'm not here to talk about the Rim brothers, or I'm not here to talk about why black women are not submitting. That's an old conversation. Logic said this the other day. What are we still talking about this? He said, and then a lot of y'all don't even live that in real life. We know
Yeah.
yeah.
But remember, it's a YouTube thing, and during the pandemic, people made a lot of money. A lot of content creators made a lot of money. After the pandemic, a lot of these content creators no more.
Yeah.
Like they just no more.
We
So
love you
it's
too,
just
Jabari.
you know what I'm saying. I would say keep it clean. Like Urban Noise say, first sound say, you can keep it clean, but you don't have to go crazy with it. Keep it clean, keep your content clean, and try not to get demonetized. But a lot of people's channels are being demonetized, and it's sad to say, one of the guys I actually do look up to, his channel got demonetized and it's no longer there, and I was upset. I actually shot into Action because I couldn't believe it. I shot into Action and I actually couldn't believe it either. Like, damn, they're doing it, you know. So y'all just be careful, man. Just be careful. Be careful, especially all the new content creators and content creators that been in the game for a very long time. Be careful, man. That beef stuff, they're getting rid of it because remember now you got the feds involved. They YouTube ain't playing. They like, yo, we ain't trying to be accountable for what's going on out here. So, but at the end of the day, guys, make sure y'all hit that notification bell on the right hand side. Remember, we do go live each and every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 6 o'clock Eastern time. Like always, shout out to Jabbar. Jabbar, what's going on, big dog? Hope all is well with you, big dog. The lovely Natasha Vincent, the mother, was in the building. Shout out to Mr. Muhammad for coming through, gracing us with his presence, man. Great to see you, my brother. I was like, yo, where you Hey, he came and find us. Shout out to Joe, no heard him. That's also the building. Shout out to the lovely Sophia Grace, guys. Make sure y'all subscribe to her channel. She Rising Soul. Great channel, great information. I'll be over there when I can, especially at late night. I go over there, listen to some of her content. She actually reading a book.
Yes.
That is dope.
Yes.
Like literally reading the book. That's YouTube is amazing. Like people reading it. Was you reading the book? I was like, wow, I don't have to buy the book. And you can hear her lovely voice. It's really good, really different. Shout out to Ashton too as well, man. Y'all go over there and subscribe to my brother. Let's get him to like at least 500 subscribers, guys. Guys, go over there and subscribe. Go over there, go review his content. Go over there, comment. You know what I'm saying? Like He be having some good content over there. Sometimes it be very informational. I'm not gonna lie, and sometimes it be a lot of shystiness. But I like when it's the informational part. Like you go over there and actually learn. It's really dope. Hey, man, something book literally on YouTube, and it's her voice is like she need to do audio voice. Like she need to have a company
She
because
does.
her voice is smooth. It's very smooth, really smooth. Shout out to Gore. Also, great to see you, my brother. Great to see you back. Glad Gore. I be seeing you in the clouds. I knew you was back, but it's great to see you in the chat. I really do greatly appreciate you. Shout out to Barry White as well. Thank you to see you, sweetheart. Shout out to KF504. Shout out to White House, who also was in the building. First Sound was also in the building. Also, Urban Noise. I know them two are always together. So that was a shout out to them as well. Shout out to those I be watching us in the clouds. I mean, Instagram, on of course Facebook, but we wasn't on Facebook today. Kick and also Twitch. Some people really be watching us, be kicking with us, and Twitch world and Kick world. Make sure y'all follow us, because Hakeem said after we're done, the video disappear. Which I don't understand why it does that. I still to this day don't
Yeah,
understand why it does that.
they don't categorize it for some reason.
What did it tell you the reason why?
Oh, you talking about
Oh,
Kick? That's
Kick.
just how they
Just
do
don't.
it. They
Is this
just
how they
don't.
do it?
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty soon we're gonna be on Rumble, TikTok, and also on Twitter. So I mean X. So guys, be on the lookout for that because a lot of people been waiting for us to go live on that. But we actually building our audience on Rumble. So now we got the audience. Now we're about to get ready to go live on Rumble as well. So I know that's gonna be a boy, we doing big things. Just say that, and pretty soon we already have Patreon, but we're gonna drop content on Patreon. Uh, and also Hakeem's dream is to have our own app, so that's coming soon. That's the
That's it.
dream
That's it.
to have our own app. So just
Yeah.
in case anything ever happen to YouTube, we got our own app. Y'all
You
can
can check
download
that.
us and this and that. Shout out to those that listen to us also on Spotify as well. We on Spotify, guys, and also on Apple Podcasts as well. We
Apple
there too as
Podcast.
well.
All this conversation we had, you can go listen to it on the audio, or you can go on YouTube.
And I got a special shout out to India.
Yeah.
People are listening to us in India. I was saying that to Hakeem. India, it was one of the biggest country in the world. The second biggest country in the world is India. So shout out to them. I'm like, Hakeem, we need to learn how to speak Indian.
I forgot what their language is.
Well, yeah, what is their language? Is it Indonesian? Indonesian? If I'm saying it right? No.
Yeah. Oh, so to correct, I just looked. India dropped off. So the second highest country that listened to us after United States is Nigeria.
Oh.
This month.
Shout out to Nigeria.
This month is Nigeria. So the Lagos boys is tuning in.
Well, that's
the Lagos boys.
Well, shout out to that. Shout out to you guys, man. And now that one thing I like about Mr. Beast, and one day we'll get there one day, his content, he changes to different languages.
Yeah.
Like he changes it. He make it into Spanish, Creole, and all that, different languages. That's something that's later in the future, but yeah, that's something we gotta look into, like changing in different countries. And it's built so it is correct. Okay. Shout out to India, man. Like when I saw that, I was like, wow, they actually listen. And Nigeria too, man. Shout out to you guys. We really do greatly appreciate it. And not only that, guys, make sure you go to KR Culture Radio Community tab. In the Community tab, this is the KR Culture Radio T-shirt with me and Jordan have on. You see the KR Culture Radio hats. There's and also the beanies. We got a lot of gears when it comes to that. And also Prince Hakeem book, Black Love. And I didn't forget the lovely coffee mug as well. I didn't forget that. Come over here and support the platform. We really do greatly appreciate it. As you can see that we invest right back into the platform. None of this goes into our pocket. Literally, it goes right back into the platform. Literally. And Hakeem, we're gonna have another tier so we can have more channels uploaded into Restream. So we got a lot of stuff in the works. So guys, stay tuned. Our goal is to get a studio like Fresh and Fit, have our own studio in Miami, so we can start flying people in and start doing interviews. Even Jordan, when he could come in, there's a studio here, he can just come, record with us, and then go back to LA. So I'm saying, like, that we got dreams, and the dreams gonna come to pass. Cause Hakeem, I'm a wild man. I'm a workaholic. I work too damn much. But yeah, it is what it is. But shout out to you guys. don't forget, make sure y'all go to the after party at Aston Williams channel. Normally I'm gonna be over there at late night. Hakeem is always the first on the panel. Shout out to him, man, and shout out to his co-host as well, man. Like his co-host, maybe they do over there doing a wonderful job. Him, Kimmy, Princess Kimmy, all of them, they doing Alize, all of them, they doing a wonderful job. Keep up the great work. Shout out to Ken Dog as well, and also on Killer Swag. He be watching for the clouds, even though you don't see him. He be watching for the clouds. Like always, thank you for tuning in to Cal Culture Radio. We over and out.
Peace.